My name's Jesse.
My name is Nick Sorak.
My name is Devonte, aka Dev Lavelle.
I'm Pooja Kalra.
I'm Alaris Todar, and I have been living back in Fairfield since 2020. I lived in a lot of places, but I came back to Fairfield because Fairfield's the best.
I've been here for 10 years.
I've been here now for about 4.5 years.
I ended up in Fairfield last January, so I've only been here for like 5 months. Big part of that was the community here.
A major part of what's kept me here has been, the community and the tribe that I've found.
I went through therapy for 5 years, and my therapist was in Fairfield. And I actually was encouraged to start socializing more because I hadn't in a while. The first place I happened to stumble upon was the Kava Bar.
I find that in Fairfield, a lot more people are keen to ask you who you are and what it is that you do.
I just found community there that I hadn't had ever really.
I love its positive environment. People are very supportive here.
If they see you doing something, they're like, hey, I see you're involved with this. Would you like help with that?
The tightness of the community, and just like being able to be friends or close acquaintances with almost everyone is a big benefit. And I just, love that about Fairfield.
Because of how small it is, there is a lot more just like seeking for connections.
And the way they are doing meditation consistently all together, and these kind of things are really good.
Went through divorce and didn't want to restart my life where I was. So I came to Fairfield mostly for the community, for the creative people here.
Being accepted as a weirdo in a town of other weirdos gives the air of, well, we're all different, so who's accepting?
I feel like I'm a weirdo and finally found my weirdo tribe in Fairfield.
Yeah, I definitely would say I have found my tribe here. There's just so many great creatives.
Yeah, I feel welcome. I mean, Fairfield's the first place I ever moved to where I immediately felt at home.
You can be a freak, people might judge you, but they're mostly in their own world, so nobody really cares. I feel free to be myself here. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the reason I'm here, I wouldn't be here just to live in Fairfield if it wasn't for the people and the tribe and community I found here.
I enjoy and have always enjoyed the company of creative individuals. I find that it not only nourishes my soul, but catalyzes me to want to create more as well. That's basically this entire community.
I do art every day.
And there actually is like a number of very big name artists that live here that I work with.
Since I've come here, I've already met musicians, like I'm playing in multiple bands now. I've started getting into the process of being a tattoo artist. Never thought I'd do that in my life, especially in my 40s.
Depending on what you're interested in, particularly as a creative, the community, like there's someone who's also interested in what it is that you do.
Young creatives can chill the fuck out here a little bit because it's very easy on us. So we can take our time and we can enjoy life a little bit more while we figure out what we want to offer.
We all got different pieces of the same puzzle. Somebody may be a vocalist, whereas another person's a producer. Somebody may want to paint and the other person has the space to do it in. Regardless of what hobby it is you're into, you're bound to find your niche community somewhere here.
It's really a great experience to be here.
How Fairfield compares to other small towns I've lived in?
It's a small town, but it's totally different from other towns. Might be because of its consciousness-based life and more positive attitude of the people.
It's a good place to grow. Coming here has helped me grow because there's so many like-minded creative people.
I mean, it's the most active small town I've ever lived in. And that's coming from someone who's lived around the world, parents both active duty. I've lived in some pretty garbage small towns.
And the fact that it is a smaller town, I can afford to live here, but still have things that you would find in what you would typically consider a more cultural space.
People here are very much familiar with Indian culture, Indian food. That's why I think I'm getting good business.
You know, there's lots of art and creative things here.
Yeah, it's true that most of the people like to settle down in big cities.
I lived in New York City for 4 years. I lived in Chicago. And eventually I made it back to Fairfield.
If some people are going from here, many are coming. So it's a game of come and go.
I came back to Fairfield because it's like coming back to a warm bath. It's like a breath of fresh air. Community everywhere.
I suppose I do visit big cities every once in a while for big concerts and whatnot to get inspiration.
If you're moving to a big city, I mean, you're going to be working just to pay the bills and just your burnout, you know, just trying to survive.
There's not going to be the super duper struggle to survive here.
Small towns burn a little slower.
Small towns are a great way to start out and kind of test the waters with something you want to do, just because everything is so inexpensive.
I have time in this slower paced life to focus on creative things. I'm not just drained trying to stay alive.
You're able to do a lot of very amazing creative things on a small budget, and also have close support from a community as well.
It's a slower pace of life. It's more community based, so you feel like you have more support in that.
Yeah, coming back to Fairfield and just feeling the closeness of the community, and just not feeling so much stress and being able to relax and more express myself better is really nice. As a job, I do more traditional concerts like rock and roll concerts and AV production, live streaming, all that.
There's a lot of activity, I believe, beneath the surface in this town.
My passion really is doing underground music concerts and just creating exceptional experiences for those. A longtime childhood friend of mine brought up that his parents owned a plot of land out in the middle of some cornfields. He suggested that, hey, you're doing all these events, why don't we do something outside, like in a nice secluded area like this? And I said, absolutely. And we just did it as a free thing to give back to the community, and brought out all these wonderful artists that are in Fairfield. Yeah, it's a huge success, the first one. And then in the fall of 2022, we did another one, and it probably doubled, I would say. So I think at that point we were up to about 200 people attending. And then in the spring of 2023, we kept going. It was a very fun time.
For me, music's been more about the process, and whatever comes of that is a byproduct of the process. And I feel like it's therapeutic. It's like music is therapy. And there's a lot of like-minded people in Fairfield that just kind of get it. So that's basically what I do. I just stay busy with art and music, playing in bands, and doing what I can here and there. But I managed to get by, so.
I wear many hats in Fairfield. I work part-time as a barista at Everybody's Cafe. And beyond that, I'm an avid member of our ecstatic dance community. I'm a professional cuddler. Yes, people pay me to cuddle them. And I dance, I act, I play, I am everywhere in all of the groups of people. I'm a people person.
It's easy to open a restaurant, but it's not easy to maintain it. This is vegetable soup, and these are idlis. I'm having fun doing this because I love cooking. I love to serve people, so that's why I'm enjoying this. The best thing about living here is its peacefulness.
I love it. There's no place like it.
I enjoy everyone knowing each other and just being able to make all those connections.
Everybody I love and know is a 10-minute walk around me.
There's just so many great creatives.
This is the best part. I love to be here.
I do often find myself questioning, when I wake up, it's like, what am I doing here? But then I, interact with my friends. I remember, the projects that I have going and the things that I'm interested in, and it's like, well, this is the place for all of that.